We're getting into it very quickly. I have very little time to be able to get into what's going on, but we're into Tier 1 around Spain, where we've already started the session. So, in the few moments we have right before we start the session, I'd like to remind everyone we are affiliated with Rogue Energy. If you use code PHX at checkout, you get 10% off your order, and that's going to jump straight into the session. Armin, I will have Webby joining me, so I feel like if we're going to have three people of us, Shanae might even be joining, so four of us, it might be a little crazy for everyone. But I've awfully just realised we've only got 10 drivers. What is this? I'm so upset. Armin, you can join for the duration of qualifying, and then for the race there'll be three of us shouting over each other. It's going to get very hectic very quickly.
Okay.
But I think we've got Maverick. He's going to be the first driver out on track to start qualifying. Only 10 drivers. Oh, actually, we're going to have 11 drivers because we've got Flynn just joining in, second driver for Alfa Romeo. But only 11 drivers for tonight's race. It's a very, very low turnout for Tier 1. Quite upsetting to see. But still going to be an exciting battle nonetheless. So we've got a few names and faces who are new to Tier 1 and names and faces who... well, actually, that's just it. We've got Anatoly, who's new. He's recently just been signed for Mercedes, now reserving into Tier 1. And we've got Koz, who was recently on holiday and is now back. And he's now racing for Ferrari. But unfortunately, Paines, who was here last week, is on holiday. So whilst one driver's on holiday, the other driver's here. But then when the other driver comes back from his holiday, the other goes on holiday. That was not confusing at all, but you know.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah. It's fine. From next week, they'll both be here, and then Ferrari will be absolutely on fire. But Armin, no pressure. Do you want to take us on board with Maverick as he goes round for his first hot lap of the session?
Yeah, sure. I just don't know the turns, that's the problem.
Ah, you got this.
Yeah, I'll try. We have Maverick going into turn 1. Good on the braking. Nailed the apex. Yeah, I'm bad at this. You carry on.
Yeah, slight staff of oversteer it looked like there, so unfortunately he had to correct that. Of course, he will be purple sector 1. He is the first driver on the track to be setting times for that first sector. We have, I think, Scravy getting out of the way.
A big lockup.
Big lockup from Maverick going down that hill. Now we got that uphill left right-hander. A few drivers have a bit of a spin. Maverick keeps control of his car, hitting the curbs right on the mark. About 80% throttle and that uphill right-hander, maintaining his car steady. Now into the newly refurbished corner compared to last year's game, being able to go through it with ease and not having your car spin. Now going through this long right-hander, slight uphill right-hander, and now the final chicane. Unfortunately, we don't get the pleasure of having it removed. Our drivers still have to go through it. You got to be careful. Those curbs really will kill you. That curb on the left-hand side, you can go riding over it. And now flat out through that final corner and towards the line. It's a 1:19.8 to start the session off. With a Ferrari, I think, close behind, putting in a 1:17.0. And so now that is the time to beat Cos Silvi with a 1:17.0 for the start of this session. Fudge with a 1:17.5, just half a second off the pace. And Tech, I think, might have gone out the way there for a few drivers, or perhaps put in a banker lap with a 1:29.5. So now let's see what Tech can do. I think, is he on a hot lap now? He does look to be using his ERS. So I think he potentially will be on a hot lap. He's now he's on a hot lap. He's 6 seconds improvement on his first sector. Anatoly with a 1:17.8 puts himself up into 3rd place. So Maverick already down to 4th place. Tech keeping it steady through the 2nd sector. We have a yellow flag. I think that's just Fudge getting out of the way of Gravy behind. Now going up the hill, keeping the car very steady and actually gearing down to 5th gear as he climbs the hill and maxing it out instead of staying in 6th place, which is, I mean, from what people told me, I've been suggested or informed to stay in 6th gear. I've heard people go down to 4th gear even for those corners as Rico puts in a 1:17.22.2. Dante with a 1:17.8, and Anatoly just 2 100ths behind his teammate with a 1:17.87. So now here comes Tekas going through the chicane now round the final corner to the line. His first hot lap of the session will be a 1:18.299. Unfortunately, just outside by 3/10 from that 1:17 window that the top 6 are in. Gravy with a 1:17.9. So far an incredible lap by all the drivers, but Zolt still in the pits, still just chilling, perhaps waiting to see what will people do. Webby, welcome.
I just joined and being booted out.
Oh, lovely. Can we get an invite to Flynn?
Is he not?
He's asking for Weeby to invite you. Your name is now Weeby.
Or did he get booted out again? Right, I need to go and rejoin. What is this game doing? Yeah, I'll get in the game and...
Alright, so we got Dante, he's on a slow lap. Gravy as well, and of course Tech. Cos is coming out for a second lap. He's got himself fresh. Let's have a look now. Yeah, he's got himself fresh, soft compound tyres. He's on his out lap. What can Cos do to improve this time? Are we going to see the first 1:16 time of the evening? This will be very impressive to see. I'm very curious to know what he can do. We've got Maverick as well. He's come out on an out lap on fresh softs as well. And Zolt is finally out with 11.5 minutes remaining. What can the AlphaTauri team principal do? He does have the fast approaching Ferrari. Fortunately, they are both on a out lap. Zolt's unfortunately onto the grass there, and Flynn has finally joined the lobby.
Did you say team principal is Gravy?
Team principal Zolt's.
Oh, Zolt's. I thought you said Gravy.
I might have said Gravy to be honest, but no, Zolt's for AlphaTauri.
Confused.
Signed himself on with Outlap Maverick now going through. So now of this trio going into the final sector, Cos Silvi will be the first driver to start their second hot lap. So let's have a look as to what Cos Silvi can do. He set a 1:17.048 for his first lap. What can he do for his second lap?
He's looking quick.
The first
He's looking scary
corner.
quick. Keeping it nice and tight. Oh, a little bit of a oversteer moment there.
Purple first sector. That's a 7/100th improvement in the first sector. Slowing the car very well. Now here comes the left right-hander going up the hill, keeping it very tight to the curbs. One of the repeating things he kept telling me for my race as my engineer.
He has asked for a mid-race interview, which will be quite funny.
1/10 improvement in that middle sector, purple middle sector.
Oh, he's
now
pushing
into
the
the
limits,
chicane, he is absolutely pushing it.
Oh, he's clipped that well. He's clipped that well on the power.
Cos
Straight
Silvi to the
this?
line. A 1:16.6. The first 1:16.6 lap of the session. That is an incredible lap. 8/10 gap to Rico behind. Next across the line will be Maverick going from 8th place, remaining in 8th place with a 1.1 second improvement. And my audio's cut out.
Rico's a 1/10.5 up.
And my game's crashed.
Oh, I'll keep it going for you. So Rico is currently a 1/10.5 up going into the third sector. It's rain!
It's rain, that's why my game's struggling.
It's raining!
Rico into the final sector. We've got dynamic weather for the second portion of this race. And this is going to be it. You get your lap in now, and that is it. Rico with an incredible improvement, but not in the 1:16s.
So Fudge is currently on a lap, but it's going to be too wet to improve. Or has he just set a lap?
Let's see, he's going through the second sector. Let's see what we can do. He's very
think he
low on
might.
DRS. No, DRS is disabled, that's
Yeah,
it!
stable. That's it. That is
That is
fast.
qualifying!
That was half a lap. Half a lap, and it was already too wet. When we saw in tier 2, 4 laps.
And unfortunately, Flynn, joining the session late, could not get a lap in, so he'll be starting in 11th place. But we had 16 minutes, what was it, 16 or 18 minutes of qualifying? 18 minutes of qualifying, and in just 12 minutes, rain has set in now, and that is it.
Oh,
The best thing you got.
Mav's
That's a Maverick in the wall. That's a Maverick in the
Poor
wall
guy.
with no front wing.
Well, we didn't curse him, so
No, unfortunately not. I mean, fortunately not. I don't know, whichever way you look
just
at
a
it.
skill issue.
Yeah. But now it is just wet race practice. Either retire or get some practice in. This is the same as tier 3 because we had the rain come in after, what was it, like 2 laps before the rain came in.
3 laps or something like that. Yeah, a couple of laps, and the boys were, "Oh, I'm going to retire," and I said, "No, get out there and do some practice." They're like, "Oh, okay." So, I think, yeah, we all got out there.
Dante's trying to go. He is without doubt struggling. Anatoly as well going into the chicane. He's already had a bit of a spin.
Yeah, Anatoly 7/10 down. Let's see about. Yeah, Dante's 10 seconds down. I mean, there's no improving that. Wow, so Poss with a 16.6.
That was insane.
And he asked me to engineer him, and I said, I think you'll be alright, mate.
I'm certainly looking forward to a mid-race interview. Hopefully it does not distract him in any way from
No,
from his racing.
he said at any point, just drag him in.
Oh, well,
Because
we'll
he's
have to
on
do
his
that.
own, so.
So we've got
Um,
4 drivers now leaving the pits. I think that's Anatoly. No, it's Dante coming in the pits now.
That's
So they're all
Maverick
going
coming out.
for Inter's practice.
Koss, I believe. Koss is coming out with some practice, yeah.
Yeah, we got Cos, Fudge, and Maverick all going for some Inter's practice. Oh,
Well,
1:16.6.
we got Rico coming out now. Yeah, I mean, that's silly, isn't it?
That is incredible pace.
I mean, you can see why he's driven for some of the fastest leagues in the country.
I feel like he definitely should try out for PSGL or WR. I feel like he can do it, to be honest.
He was PSGL. He was tier 3.
No, actually, I got it wrong. I thought that was the case. He said he was PSGL pace, but he never actually competed.
Ah.
I thought he was, and then I created this idea that he was.
The scary point is, mate. The scary point is, he's on a Logitech wheel on a desk with pedals.
It's impressive. It makes me feel really bad because I have the same wheel and I'm shit.
Oh yeah, it's exactly the same as me. I mean, I don't know how long he's been driving, but that is definitely impressive.
But now we got 5 minutes of Inter's weather practice.
See who can put the fastest Inter's time in then. Oh, Cos nearly, not Cos, sorry. Rico nearly losing it in the chicane. You can really see them struggling though.
Now the question is, how many of them do you think went for a dry setup for the race or for a wet setup?
I mean, it's a high downforce
qualifying now
setup anyway, so I mean, even when the rain comes, I think they'll be alright.
Oh, big snaps of oversteer from Rico.
He's just showing off.
Either showing off or just completely losing control.
Well, this is the dull part of qualifying, was when people are just doing laps after laps, just getting a feel to their car.
Fortunately, you can still bin your car in qualifying for the game and still be able to race. It's not as exciting as real life, where if you bin it in qualifying, you have to try and repair your car in time for the race the next day.
Those curves are lethal on the wet.
I thought we had a fight there between Cos and Maverick going into the chicane, but no. Just passing one another. Dante retiring in the pits from the session.
Yeah, Dante doesn't want to have any more of that, Anatoly. He's done well, to be fair. Is he a tier 3?
Who, Dante? Or
No,
Anatoly,
no,
sorry.
no, Anatoly.
Anatoly was a tier 3, he's just been signed on as a tier 2.
Oh, nice.
There we go, and we
Results
got
back
Zoltz
in.
to rejoin.
Flynn is on an outlap, so he will be putting a
Flynn's...
time in.
Let's see what
He's
Flynn
going
can
into
set.
his now. Let's see what he can do. Let's see the difference in the quali pace.
I kind of wish the game would allow us to slap the new 23 livery for Alfa Romeo on the car.
Oh, it looks so good. Can't
It
wait to
does.
run it next season.
It'd be nice, though, if we throw it on now. If they're going to preview it, let us race with it.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot about
You can see how careful he is. It really is on ice. I mean,
that. Yeah.
I am terrible at the game, but as well, regardless of being good or not at this game, no traction in the rain, you're on ice. Like
Oh,
tenfold.
I know. It's very, especially on this game. Bit of a lock up there, but still going well. What's the normal difference? About 10 to 12 seconds difference, quali pace?
Something like that seems
From
about right.
inters to dry. Oh, he's big snap there. Looking like it's going to be a bit more than that. Results. Actually, it might be around 12 seconds.
To the line, I think it'll be about 12 seconds, yeah.
Yeah,
1:31.3 for
11.
inters.
Whew. Top 11. Let's go. Come on, Alpha.
Yellow flag for Rico having a bit of a moment in the first sector.
Got 1 minute of qualifying left. You're going to probably start seeing people pitting and retiring now. Oh, Flynn, good save there.
Who else do we got? We got SeaTac Pulse.
Great.
He's in the
Gravy's
pits.
just done a 29.0.
It's
Rico
incredible.
did a 28.9. Cost is only 6 seconds. Oh, bit drifty.
Gravy
I
seems
think he's,
really at
I think he's
ease
going to
in
go
the
for a
rain.
lap now. Let's see what Cost can do in the wet. The fastest time I've seen so far is a 29.8. I think.
29.8. There it is, checkered
Qualifying's
flag.
finished now.
So the two alphas would be the first ones across the line. I think that's
Still going
Rico.
into corners with such good confidence. We're losing it a little bit on that straight. How far is he down off his time then?
5.8 seconds.
5.8 seconds.
That's still incredible.
This is probably the windiest part of the track though. Gonna lose a lot more in this sector than any other sectors. Practically no straights.
Around the final corner, what can
He's
Cos do in the
very
rain?
sensitive, doesn't want to put it. What's he done?
26? 26.4. That is incredible. Next cross line was Maverick. I didn't see what Maverick put in. 26.9. Rico next across the line in the inters, whilst invalidated was a 26 of 6, I think.
Well, I missed the first part of qualifying, so was there anything interesting that poked out there, or?
Cos with a 117.0 right off the bat.
Oh god.
Maverick went round. He set a 119.2. We were like, right, let's see who can beat this. Right next across the line, I think Cos was just within the range for a toe on that
Oh
final lap.
really? Ah.
On that first lap, sorry, and gained the advantage by a country mile. But we
Half
got
a
4
second
tenths
almost.
splitting. So we got 22 100th of a second splitting the two Mercedes,
4
and
to
then
6.
4 100 splitting Anatoly and Gravy for 5th place and 6th
Just
place.
over half a tenth, splitting 4 to 6. That's crazy. And then
And that's
Flynn being a little bit unlucky there, getting late to having some internet issues, so couldn't really join as early as he liked.
just create your own internet. You're Alpha Male.
Yeah.
Just
Now
give
we
it a
have seen people start on hards, softs, and mediums in every single tier. So it's going to be interesting. These
who's
being the
gonna choose
fastest
what
drivers, will it be a medium if the rain is later, as it's the fastest
strategy.
strategy, or will it be a hards winters? But
Ah yes, love me some T-posing engineers
I was
there.
just about to say, and I've been booted. Nice. As soon as it changes screens, every single time.
I'm just waiting for it to kick me out now.
Bloody, I can't wait for the new game.
Oh yeah, no, same. Except I'm not here when it comes out, so I can't even. There's no point in me pre-ordering it.
I think the only way I've realised to fix this game from kicking me all the time is to uninstall it and reinstall it.
Oh, but then you gotta uninstall and reinstall like 50 gigs.
It's only on this game. Only on this game it does it. It doesn't make any sense. It's because it's run by EA.
I agree. Right. Please load quicker. There we go. Now, there's something I did not expect. I suspected Tier 1 would have no soft runners, but no. SeaTac Pulse, the only Haas driver on the grid in 9th place, has opted to start on the softs. We then have Maverick, Gravy,
Very
Anatoly,
aggressive.
and Koz on the hard compound tyres. Pardon me, and the rest of the grid on the mediums.
Well, this is it as well. By seeing all the tyres, it doesn't really show us when the rain's coming. If everyone was on mediums, then we would know that the rain is coming early. But people on the hards, it's showing that the rain's coming late, at least halfway through the around about laps.
Or perhaps
And will it do what
could it be that the
tier
rain's
2,
coming
where
in
it
turn 1?
rained and didn't really do anything?
Could it be though that the rain comes in just in the moment where the mediums are dropping off, where the hards will be so much better?
The hards are only good after lap 13, and that's then 2 laps later. That's when the mediums are popping off.
Be interesting to
And
see.
when they are faster, they're not that much faster.
Right, predictions now. Who do you think is going to get off the line quicker?
Oh,
Do you
we've
think
not seen this.
Do you think
Have
Cos is
have
going to
we
maintain
seen,
the lead, or do you think Rico with the medium advantage will be able to take it?
have we seen the Cos versus Rico yet? I don't think we have
No,
we?
Cos has raced Silverstone and Monaco last season, and that was it.
So we've got Rico, the defending champion. It's Cos, who we all know is stupid quick. Oh, I don't know. I reckon. I actually don't know. Cos has got that little bit more experience, so maybe. But then again, the tire advantage for Rico.
Who manages to fire up their tyres better? So far, no
We've also got
disqualifications.
SeaTac, who's on the softs behind Maverick, who is on the hards.
Hopefully he gets a good exit. Hopefully there's no collisions in turn 1. Here we go. Who will it be into the lead of the race as the 5 lights go out and away we go? Give me a better camera angle, please!
Oh, Fudge!
Fudge is in the lead of the race!
Well, we both got it wrong.
Maverick's gone tumbling down the order as well. He's gone down
Cos
to
he's
ninth
staying on the
place.
inside, holding on the inside. He's lost. Oh, Rico. Straight into P2.
Someone's got very wide there. I think Anatoly's gone very wide off the track there, unfortunately losing quite a few positions. C-Tac pulsed up a couple places. Those softs are working quite well for
Dante
him.
jumped up a little bit.
Staying in second place, but he's fighting for first place here. Trying to go around the outside, perhaps a switchback on the two of them. Dante putting up a lot of pressure on Cos ahead of him, who has lost 2 positions off the start of the race now.
That's a brilliant start from Fudge.
That's incredible, yeah. Rico almost pushing him along, though.
Cos from Rico didn't have a bad start at all.
Do we see a move from Rico? Potentially, he's trying to go for a move around the outside. Cos trying to gain advantage from the scraps. Dante in this fight now around the down the inside.
Oh, this could aim bad. This could be bad. He's back. Oh no!
Gone off onto the
hit Dante.
Yeah.
Did Dante get damaged there? No, Dante still seems to be in the fight. Cos had to pit there, so it's raining.
No way, it's raining already.
Look at Cos's screen.
He's going onto the mediums. It can't be raining.
It's raining on my screen. What's this?
It's not raining anywhere. It's very cloudy. It's not raining.
It's raining on my screen. This game is broken.
Oh my god, share your screen. I gotta see this. As Rico now pulls out a 1 second lead to Fudge behind. 1.5 seconds now. Fudge is losing a lot of time.
Here, it's very, very small, but it is rain. There you go. Don't know if you can see it.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
You're not? Look at his car. You can see the streaks of rain.
I can see... No, there is rain. It is raining. It is raining already on his lap 2. What is this? Rico with the fastest lap. A 1:29 and it's raining already.
Oh, this is crazy. This is about to go
Dante into second place and DRS is enabled now for the third lap. DRS...
Oh my god.
What the hell is going on this race?
But will it do a T2 where it just, again, it rained, but it just didn't really do anything to the track? It took 3 laps for it to actually be disabled. Oh, Anatoly making a move on Flynn there. See, nothing really happening up to the top of the order. And the only big person to lose out here is Cos. Losing it on the sausage curb and the last couple corners.
As Flynn has lost it as well, coming down the hill. He's on drifting off into the grass. Now Maverick is up a position into 9th place.
That is raining now.
Yeah, no, it's raining. What on earth is
they're all
this?
going to have a very fun time. The rest of the race. Does that mean it will get to wet tyres then? If it's going to rain this much?
No, because I think the last thing is light rain. The last weather slot is light rain.
How's it gone from? Because it's. I thought it was sunny.
C-Tac's pitted. He starts on the softs. Is he going to go straight for the inters? As Gravy fights Tech and takes 4th place now. Where's the Haas pit box? Yeah, those are greens. He's put the inters on.
For the inters.
Oh wait, Pulse has gone for the inters, and Tech has gone spinning off of the track. And he's got no front wing. Flynn as well. He's into the pits. Flynn coming out on the hard compound tires.
Anatoly, what is he doing? He's just done like a little weave maneuver and then pushed Maverick off.
Things are certainly now getting very interesting, very heated between the drivers. Dante now half a second behind from Rico.
Rico's
Rico
gone
going
off.
wide, and Dante now into the lead of the race. What is
He's
going
not got
on?
any traction. Everyone's struggling for traction. Is it time to pit?
Could it be? SeaTac on those inters has lost position to Cos now. DRS is now disabled. That's it. This is
Oh,
now
no,
the
Fudge.
wet weather. Wet weather.
Fudge
Yeah,
missed
you'll
it.
stick with that.
We know what you mean. But Zoltz is still not coming in. Is Gravy going to come in? Gravy's staying out.
Tech's gone in, I think.
Anatoly stayed
No,
in.
Tech's too far back. That was Maverick, sorry.
Yeah, Maverick's pitted.
I imagine Tech will. He's got no front
Tech is
wing.
coming in. Koss, is he going to come in? He's got to. Or is he? I feel like he's going to stay out.
He's going to stay out.
You got SeaTac behind. Well, this is where you're going to see it. Is SeaTac faster than Koss?
Anatoly closing on Gravy ahead.
Maverick nearly got that then.
Both drivers on the hard cut out
Actually,
tyres are
so.
fighting very close.
It still dries. It still slicks.
It's still slicks, yeah.
Koss is gaining so much time.
It's light rain, but I don't think it's that heavy for inters.
No, the track's not wet. The track's dry. Until you start seeing the track being a little bit shiny.
I reckon give it 2 laps.
I don't even think that. I think.
And that's it. Anatoly spun. Going up the hill, Anatoly spun and is now off into the gravel.
Oof.
Fortunately, no damage to his car.
Gravy making. Whoa. Nearly coming off the track there. Now you see Zoltz going into the pit.
There goes Gravy into the pits.
The top 3 still staying out. Gravy's going in. Anatoly, he must be coming in now. Yeah, Anatoly, Koss.
Yep.
Is he? The track is still not wet though.
Koss is not going. No,
Koss,
he is going. No,
he is going. He is going. SeaTac.
So now it's just the 3 drivers at the front. We got Fudge, Rico, and Dante for 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. All yet to pit for inters. And it's only lap 6. And we've already got the rain coming in. What is this? If they are not careful, they are going to spin like the counterparts of their teammates in the race. But currently, Zoltz has done incredible. He's gone from last place, or 10th place, sorry, all the way up to 4th place with 28 seconds gap ahead of him. It's about 22 seconds lost in the dry, so I would estimate about 25, 26 seconds in the rain. So Zoltz will be fighting, potentially, with his teammate for 3rd place. But Rico and Fudge should come out well ahead of them. There goes Rico. Fudge also now into the pits.
That was very close for Dante there. He was pushing the limits.
Right, Zoltz coming through the 3rd sector now. Rico's got his tyres on. Here comes Zoltz into the final chicane. Rico and Dante have got their tyres. Fudge has just left his pit box.
Ooh.
Zoltz going through the chicane now, coming around the final corner, but I think Fudge should come back up to speed well before his teammate gets there.
So really, the people who did stay out for a bit longer has gained a massive advantage.
Indeed they have. That was very early. And surely they would have seen this on their weather radar. Or if they didn't, then the game just said, you know what, I'm changing the rules.
Well, that's why I was confused at why they're on hards. We had it at Silverstone last season where in all the practices the rain came, I think it was around lap 19 or something.
You've cut out.
30. And it never came until the very last lap, second last lap.
Maverick currently the closest battle on the track. He's 0.2 seconds behind SeaTac Pulse ahead of him, who started on the softs and pitted for the inters. The first driver to pit for the inters. And now this is the only battle we have on the track. I say that as Gravy now closes in to within a second. Could this be Maverick's highest finish in a race? I want to say in about a season and 2 races. All of season 3, I don't think he finished higher than 5th place. Or higher than 6th place, sorry. We'll have to see the records later. But now Gravy is in this fight, 0.7 behind and rapidly closing in. Rico as well. Rico is closing on Dante. Has Dante made a mistake, maybe?
He must have made a mistake. There's no way. What's the ERS saying? Everyone's got pretty much a lot of ERS. The smallest I've seen is Koss. Koss has got the least amount. But he is pushing. He is needing to gain as many positions as he possibly can.
Here goes Maverick. He's looking for a move down the inside. Unfortunately, he's not quite close enough to make the move,
Tough
though.
place to do it.
I can't lie. Whilst it is quite funny and interesting to see that the rain came in early, I kind of hate that it came in early.
Yeah, I know. I really want to see the dry pace.
I want to see the dry pace, but I also want to see the dry strategies that people had. What was going to work best?
Well, can people hold out Inters to the end? Because we all know in this game the Inters do.
CTAC, the first driver to fall victim to having a time penalty for track limits. That 3 seconds in a very tight battle. If this continues on to the end of the race, that's going to be a costly time penalty. Maverick again looking to the inside, but not close enough.
Dante's put a good lead to Rico now.
I think Mav and Pulse might be fairly equally matched for pace on Inters. This might go on for a while.
Who's that, sorry?
CTAC, Pulse, and Maverick. It's quite early to say, but still. So far in the past 3 laps, it seems like a very close battle between them all.
It's very tight. Dante's just running away from it with it. He's put on just over a second a lap, I think.
It's incredible pace. And he's not touched his ERS that much. Down to 95%, Rico at 70%. And Fudge using it down to 50%.
It's a very hard track to use up your ERS, to be fair, unless you use it every straight possible for all of it. You save quite a lot. Oh, Maverick getting ahead of CTAC.
What a move.
With Gravy in the mix as well.
Oh, Maverick. I thought Maverick ghosted for a second there.
I thought he did. It looked like he jumped back a little bit. He's going for the move on the inside. That is a great move. Oh. Ooh, CTAC getting a little bit offline there. Maverick starting to wander away. Is CTAC holding up Gravy a little bit? You all know Gravy's got a little bit more pace than this. Oh, we see Gravy making a move on CTAC.
Gravy now up into 6th place, sorry. And Anatoly now closing that gap down. He was 3 seconds back at the start of this fight. He's now 2.3 seconds behind. And Rico's now starting to close that gap. It was 2.5 seconds, now 2 seconds.
A Cos has spun. DNF.
Cos DNF'd.
Was he retired?
He's retired. He's gone into the pits and
Oh,
he's
he's had
retired from the
enough.
race.
Well, should we bring him in?
Let's bring him in.
Let's bring him in. He's probably a little bit frustrated of what's happened. And so's Tech. Tech's DNF. That brings Flynn into the points.
Cos, mate, welcome to the commentators box. What's happened for you there?
I literally have no clue what happened. I just the car just didn't turn at all, and the whole like rain part. It didn't say it was gonna rain at the start, and it just rained, and I had no clue. We started in the hards, and I had no clue what to do. I mean, I was on the hard tire on a wet track.
Rico.
I had no grip the whole start, and I got damaged because the car just wouldn't turn on the rain, and yeah, I couldn't do anything honestly. On the rain itself, like the car just
You
didn't
had a
turn.
really unfortunate start to your race, getting, I think it's the end of lap 1, I believe. Touching the sausage curb, and then I think you just
Yeah, I
couldn't,
mean,
couldn't get the traction.
yeah, there was just like I'm trying to get used to brake, right? But still, like I was turning through the corner, braking as much as I could while turning, and the car just wouldn't slow down. The truck was raining, but it was dry somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really annoying. And then at the end, at one point coming out of the last turn, I lost it, and then just the car just wouldn't turn. I mean, I just lost it on the last turn, and I was just nowhere. So I just retired. Honestly, I do not have the energy today to keep doing this.
That's fair enough.
It's
Well, you're
fair
welcome
enough.
to join us for the commentator. We've got 2 battles on the track right now, and it's
Oh,
only
thanks.
0.3 behind in SeaTac. No worries. Fighting
Thank you. I
SeaTac
would
for 7th
rather
place.
the
Maverick
rest of it.
0.6 behind from Gravy.
It's quite a spread out field. It's very. Oh, Rico's gone.
No! Rico out of the final corner has lost it, and now what was
Managed to
once
do it. Keep it
a
on track
huge
though.
gap closing down is now 7 seconds.
Maybe that a little bit of frustration, trying to put too much power down, trying to catch up to Dante. You can really see him trying to push. You just can't get as much traction as you would like. Yeah, his back end really wants to slip out. Does that mean he's maybe got a little bit less downforce than Dante? Because looking at Dante, oh, Dante's had a little bit of a moment, saved it. Oh, we're gonna see a lot of sliding in this. It looks very, very wet out there. Is it maybe wet weather? Tires. Wet
Perhaps,
tires.
perhaps because this is the middle slot for dynamic, perhaps it's going to go very wet before going back to wet.
It's not puddling though. Can see a lot of drivers really struggling. Only got 9 drivers left. Means if everyone finishes, they will get points. It must be a little bit upsetting for you to see Payne's not here racing for you, and Cos obviously retiring from the race,
It is quite unfortunate, but
and me breaking my pedal so I can't fill in for Payne.
it's
it's not gone well for Ferrari.
no, but I mean, it's racing, it happens. These things happen. It's a terrible game as well, but I can't blame the game.
The other thing as well,
all I can do is keep my head up high and hope that the team comes
is
back
true.
strong for Bahrain next week, because it's sprint weekend. So what is that?
Oh,
That's 34 points on the
sprint of
line.
Bahrain. Oh dear. I love Bahrain. Oh
I
wait,
love Bahrain too, but I'm
Rico's
not
caught
here.
Dante. By quite a lot. Is Dante now struggling in the wet? Because he must have made a massive error there. Because a second ago that was 5 seconds.
Have a look. Let's
Yeah,
see
on
how
board with
Dante's going.
Dante. Well, he's not had a great. Rico had a great great exit, using up as much as he can on the battery. Not anyone really using their battery, really. Everyone's 50%. Lowest is SeaTac with 37%.
I mean, yeah, the gaps are starting to really form out. Maverick once was about half a second behind Gravy. He's now 3 seconds back nearly.
But currently, the constructor that's probably going to come out on top on this one is Mercedes. Is Dante going to get 3 wins back to back to back? Because he won the final race of last... No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
What, Mexico?
Yeah, did he win Mexico?
Yeah.
He won Mexico and he won last week. Will he win again this
And
week?
the fastest lap goes to Rico. No one will be able to beat that.
Oh, yeah.
Rico with the extra
Ooh,
extra point.
Rico really struggling to get that power down. He is very twitchy all over the road. Maybe has he gone for a fully dry setup and it's just not helping him? Actually, I think Rico might be running more wings because Dante only got up to 184, where Rico was using. Oh, he's kept it. Rico was using ERS and only got to 187.
Cthulhu was saying that Mav's getting screen freezes, which is why he's lost so much time.
I think there's a problem with the game because looking at T2, there was a lot of people freezing. I think Armin was having a bit of screen freezes. I know Trexie was as well.
I didn't have any screen freezes.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Oh, on our screen it looked like you were.
Nah, I just had a skill issue.
A skill issue. Fair
Don't
enough.
we all?
I'm legit watching the stream and doing my school project at the same time.
Oh, Rico with a massive drift in that third sector. Though spectacular, certainly will not help him with his race time at all.
Oh, he's getting very, very juicy on the exits.
Does seem to get heavier with the rain. Perhaps we could see full wets, but I don't see, as you mentioned before, I don't see puddles.
No. Is it maybe just the tyres wearing out now? Because what's that going to be? That's going to be just under 30 laps on one pair of tyres. And we know that the Inters, they just get eaten alive, especially on this track. Who's contention of the driver of the day for you
Rico
so far?
again. Just the rear of his car's just stepping out of line. Well, Zolt's currently with the most overtakes, 7 positions up into 4th place. And honestly, I kind of have to agree. I think Zolt's has done an amazing job with the strategy to be able to come out 4th, just behind
he's
his
driving
teammate
very
ahead.
clean. I mean, AlphaTauri having a very, very good weekend.
Rico again with another drift in that 3rd sector.
He is not happy with his setup, is he? It just seems to me every time he touches that curb, he is very offline.
Whilst Dante's made mistakes, perhaps he's gone for a more wet-focused setup over Rico.
Yeah.
That would be
Looking
my
like
only
it, isn't it?
guess.
Oh, green freeze. Did you just get that?
No.
Skill issue. There's not much really going on, is there?
No, it's
I think the
quite.
closest battle we've got is 4 seconds. Everyone's very spread out. It's more of a qualifying than anything. So at this moment, it's just whoever just keeps it on track the best.
Yeah. So, Webby, how's the weather for you?
The weather's yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's
Not
quite
too
sunny
bad.
here as well.
It's
Armin,
yeah, it's not
you
too
got
bad-ish.
sunshine rainbows?
Rain. No, not really. It's mostly rain.
Oh.
Get
It
your
was
umbrella out.
sunny yesterday, though.
It's been sunny for like the past month here. I
Yeah.
like it. Don't get me wrong. I love the sun. It's also quite annoying.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sun. I work outside, so when it's hot, it's horrible.
I must say, I prefer the rain. 100% prefer rain.
I prefer neither. I just want cloudy. Cloudy and 13, 14 degrees, perfect.
Fair enough.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move to another country with better weather. God.
Actually, my best mate has just moved to New Zealand, so
Oh, well, there you go.
I'll go
Shoo out
join
of
him.
here and go to New Zealand.
Yeah. He actually sent me a photo of one of the spiders on his wall, and it was like the size of his hand. And we were like, "Does that kill people?" He's like, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "The worst part was I left it, so when I came home, it was gone." I was like, "What?"
What could possibly go wrong with that?
Dante's
lot of
just
stuff.
running away with this. Look at this.
Let's have a look at that time gap again.
That time gap is massive.
Oh my, yeah. I mean, those drifts certainly didn't help, but still. And yet another drift, as I say that.
Is that? Oh wait, no, that he'll be
There's Flynn.
ghosted, won't he? Yeah. Lynn using a lot more downforce than Dante. Hell of a lot more. Ooh, Dante getting a little bit deep.
Over the rumble strips. Flynn managed to unlap himself, but for how long further will be able to stay unlapped?
How's y'all day?
Good.
Rubbish.
Why?
Should be racing.
Just a
Stupid
skill
pedals.
issue.
Actually, it's my fault, really. I took them apart to clean them. I got a dog, so it's
Oh, we got position
dog hair
check.
everywhere.
Oh, Zoltz has gone into the pits. Zoltz has gone for
Ooh.
fresh inters. So perhaps, yeah, the inters are just starting to drop off, which is why people are having an issue. And
Is that
there's a
Rico?
yellow flag for Rico going off of the track.
Which is now brought in
Rico's got no
Fudge.
front wing. Rico has to pit. Which will promote Fudge and Gravy up into second and third place. Rico
And that's
getting
the 3
another
second
3
penalty.
seconds.
That's 6 altogether, isn't it?
That is indeed 6. Let's have a look though. Zoltz is in 7th place. He's 1.5 seconds back from Anatoly. Will those fresher inters surely will be cutting a lot of time. I say that in the space of 2 corners, he's cut 2/10.
I want to cry.
So, should we start commentator cursing people? Dante's
let's
doing
go.
so well.
Dante's doing so well, and Maverick's
he's
doing
not made a
so well.
mistake
Here comes
the
Rico.
time.
Stopping just in time for the pit limiter line.
And to be fair, Maverick is actually doing a very good race, to be fair.
Nah, not allowed. McLaren's not allowed to do well.
Yeah.
Right. There are the fresh inters and the brand new front wing for Rico.
Oh, Dante off the track.
Dante off into the gravel trap. Whereabouts is Maverick? Maverick's going to overtake Rico as well. No, he's not. It's going to be a fight, but I think Maverick might be just ahead. He will be. Rico now half a second behind as Maverick has his game freeze and jolts back half a second.
Oh, he does. Jesus.
So now here comes Rico. He's got the fresher tyres. So much more grip than the McLaren team principal, and easily down the inside he takes the position.
That was still a bit close, too close for comfort, I think.
He got 6.5 seconds. 6.5 seconds to third place, and he's got 6 seconds to serve at the end of the race.
We Zolt's on the back of Anatoly as well. My dinner has arrived, so if I am quiet, I apologise.
What's for dinner?
It's like chili rice.
Okay.
Chili
I was
rice,
afraid you're
cheese,
going to say Mackey's again. As Fudge now pits.
No, that was yesterday.
Fudge with
in
the
like
fresh
little
inters.
boats. Like
So now
boats.
Gravy's going to go up into second place. Sorry to cut you off there. But Gravy's now into second place. Dante with a 37-second gap to Gravy. He's got a free pit stop for fresh inters. He might as well do it. But Gravy, if he pits, if Gravy pits, he is going to go down to 7th place. He loses his podium finish if he pits. Dante does not pit. Dante is not stopping. He's got a free pit stop, but he just chooses not to. Rico now within a second to Fudge ahead of him. Oh, just losing grip slightly coming out the corner. Fresh inters may have helped, but not helping as much as they would have hoped. Of course, he had no choice in the matter. He lost his front wing.
I wonder if Gravy can keep this up. He can stay out 10 more laps to get a P2. Because that would be massive.
So Fudge crossing the line. He's 3.8 seconds behind. He's losing time to Gravy ahead. Now into the first corner, he's 4 seconds back. He's lost 2/10 from the line for the first corner to Gravy.
Yeah, as well. Maverick is only 4 seconds behind Rico, and Rico's got that 6-second penalty. So he's going to make up a lot of time.
Trexie, on lap 6, we started to see raindrops. It wasn't until like lap 6 is when they started to pit for the inters. There goes Dante into the pits. It was like lap 3 or 4 when the rain started to drop.
No, it was lap 1. It was the end of lap 1, because that's when what happened with Kos. Kos crashed, end of lap 1, went into pit, and that's when I said it was raining.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So lap 1 it started raining. Lap 6 was when people started to pit properly for all of the inters.
So yeah, Dante into the pits. It's an easy pit stop there. Fudge only 3.5 seconds behind Gravy now. It'll be very interesting. Do they stay out and risk it? Or do they just come in? But Rico all over the back of Fudge. Oh, he had a little bit of a moment there.
3/10 back. He's got plenty of ERS. He doesn't need it though. He's got the pace. He's got the inside line, and now Rico up into the podium positions provisionally before those penalties. And now Maverick is just on the borderline to lose out on those positions. So Fudge is the only driver to gain from those penalties as Anatoly pits now for those fresh inters. quick look at the position changes, we've got Zolt up 4 places and Gravy up 4 places. Maverick and Dante up 3 places, and then Flynn up 2 from 2 DNFs, and SeaTac up by 1 place.
Ooh. Rico having a bit of a moment there. Oh, Maverick almost losing it. Coming up to the chicane.
I think Maverick's still yet to pit. No, yeah, Maverick's on 19 on lap. Inters, Gravy on 19, SeaTac and Flynn on 19 and 20.
Oh, are they? Yeah. Is it able to last to the end?
So 2 laps ago, Rico was 3.5, 4 seconds. There's another freeze from Maverick. 4 seconds away from Gravy. He's now 2.9 seconds. I think it'll be close, but Gravy potentially could pull this off. We'll have to see.
Even Zoltz is catching Maverick. I think the back 3 have just got to hope for a spin. The top ones. Oh, that's another freeze for Maverick. Oh, lost half a tenth there. Half a second even. Really unfortunate for him. Game freeze is not helping him at all.
Rico now in 1 lap. He's gained a second on Gravy ahead. So I suspect in the next lap or 2, Gravy will be under pressure. And he has to stay out. If Gravy pits, he loses far too many positions.
Dante's just lapped Flynn again.
No.
Second time, isn't it?
No, because Flynn managed to unlap himself.
I thought then he got back past. Oh no, he pitted, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Dante pitted. Yeah, sorry. Rico with the fastest lap though, extra bit of.
Thank you, I'm doing my
point.
school project.
It's not even been a lap, and Rico's already within a second.
Yeah, those tyres are really.
The only thing Gravy can hope for is if by some miracle he manages to stay within 6 seconds to Rico before the end of the race.
Hey, he's struggling though. Gravy is just. He's got no grip on those tyres.
Guys, good news, I finished.
Congrats. In that 1 lap, that was 1.5 seconds gained.
You're going to try and make a move here? Possible. He's not really gaining time at all. Gained half a tenth at best. Maybe a tenth. That one straight. Gravy may be getting a better exit.
He's almost pushing the Alfa Romeo ahead now. Gravy going very deep into that corner. But fortunately, managing to come out of it still just ahead. Maverick now falling victim to track limits. 3-second time penalty for him. But with a 4.5 second cushion behind, he's safe for now. But of course, Zoltz has those fresher tyres. Rico with a brilliant exit out that final corner. He's now 2 tenths, 1.5 tenths behind Gravy. Are we going to see a change in position here? He is closing that gap down very quickly. Rico's using everything he's got. He goes for the move. Very close, but Gravy's still with that inside line.
Oh, that inside line is so powerful in the wet.
There goes Rico now up into second place. Very good defense into that first few corners by Gravy, but unfortunately...
Those 22 lap old tyres are just not there anymore, are they?
No, not at all.
Dante, 33.2 seconds ahead now.
Might as well pit for fresh inters again, if he wanted to.
Possibly. With a penalty of 6 seconds. Oh wait, Gravy just needs to hold. Within 6 seconds, doesn't he? Sorry, I just remembered you did say that. I just remembered. If he just holds, easy.
So now, currently, the current gaps, Fudge and Gravy will be promoted to podium positions. With that 6 seconds, Gravy needs to stay. He's got a 4.5 second window to stay in P2, otherwise he will only get P3, which is still a brilliant result.
Yeah. He needs to drain his ERS, stay with Rico, because Rico's just going to do that as well. Rico with the ERS deployment advantage. Only by 20% though. Not much, but that could be the difference. So Maverick's going on holiday, is he?
Yeah.
That's not allowed,
Dante's
is it?
going in the pits.
Oh, he's just having fun now.
And he's got 5 seconds!
That could actually really hurt him if he makes a mistake.
Decent stop, he managed to get the turn in on time. There goes Flynn unlapping himself once again.
For some odd reason, it's paused me on Dante's pit crew. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
They weren't
just gonna show off the Mercedes pit crew, you know. So the gap will be around about, I'm gonna say, 12 seconds.
Yeah.
13 seconds between the two of them.
13 seconds. Good guess that.
So Dante, he has a breathing room of, what is that? He's got 12. He's got 7 seconds breathing room. No, he's got about 10 seconds because Gravy's still 3 seconds back. So he's got about 10 seconds of breathing room. Or if he makes a mistake, he cannot lose any more than 10 seconds before he's at risk of losing the position.
Oh, to Gravy, yeah, because Rico's got...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Well, my brain's not with it.
No.
Well, it's never really with it, but we move.
It's because the pedals are broken.
Yeah. Bloody pedals.
Pedos?
Pedos.
It's the pedos, as we see Zoltz trying to make a move on Maverick for P5. I mean, he doesn't have to. Maverick's got 3 seconds still. Play it safe and just stay behind. But fair enough, if you got the faster tyres, which Zoltz definitely does, you know, make the move.
Maverick's just having a skill issue.
Yeah, clearly.
You also had a skill issue in Tier 4.
Tier 4? He doesn't race Tier 4, you mean Tier 5?
I mean Tier 3. You had a skill issue in Tier 3.
Yeah, we don't talk about me. We know I have a skill issue. I'm terrible at driving, but I can team principal really quite well.
Finish the race. All matters.
Exactly. At least I had a DNF. Like last race.
Okay, last race.
Yeah, last race. I finished last race. did finish in the points, but no, actually, no, I did finish in the points. So I scored more points than you.
Would you like
And
to know a fun
Azerbaijan.
fact? My worst position in all these races have been 6th.
Actually, no, your worst position was not even starting.
Oh yeah.
Barry, please don't fix your pedals so I can overtake you in the standings for the next race.
That's
Yellow
right. They
flag.
come tomorrow. The new ones come tomorrow.
Dante spun!
Oh,
Dante is
here we
spun in the
go.
3rd sector! And he has definitely lost a lot of time.
Gravy might take this.
If Gravy somehow gets this, wow! I don't think he. Does he?
No, he doesn't.
He's 5 seconds behind Rico.
Gap to leader,
And
Gravy
Fudge
is...
is right behind him.
Yeah, Gravy
We
needs
forgot
to
about that.
lose or gain another 5 seconds. Rico needs to
Realis-
somehow close that gap.
Realistically, it's looking like Fudge might come out in P2 if he can get the move on Gravy.
Have confidence in
Fudge.
your own driver, Webby. I mean, he's not
No,
even
I'm
your
having
driver.
confidence. Well, what I'm saying is Fudge has driven brilliantly all race.
He's in
He
contention for
got
that
into,
podium
he
position.
got into P1 right off the bat. He had a lightning start.
Gravy's only
Just
got a
remember,
1 second
commentator
window.
curse. Hence why I'm not talking about my drivers. I'm talking about the others.
Zolt's 0.3 seconds behind. He's using... Zolt is almost at 0% ERS. Maverick's still at 40%.
He's got breathing room, doesn't he? He's got a lot of. He's still got another 2 laps to go. Oh no, 3 laps. Sorry.
And he's gone!
Oh!
Dante spun again!
He's in the gravel
Sorry
as well.
for everyone's ears, but he's
Oh.
spun!
This is about to get very hectic.
The pressure is getting to him and he is losing, and he is losing. Rico now 3 seconds behind the leader. Gravy, 8.5 seconds. Dante needs to make one more mistake and Gravy could be in contention for a race victory. He needs to be within that crucial 5-second window to Dante ahead as my game decides to freeze a bit. Dante still, to note, he has 100% ERS at the start of that penultimate, on that last lap. Gravy crossing the line only has 40% and he's also using it.
It might have been a lack of concentration because when you're that far ahead, really
Your
hard
mind
to
can
focus.
drift. Yeah.
Or Dante is just strolling them.
Maybe.
Maverick
Oh no, he's gone off
results.
again! Dante's off! He's back on now.
There's Rico right there.
He's lost a lot of time.
He's lost 4 seconds to Gravy behind, but Gravy, I think... No, there we go, the timing sheets are updating.
Yeah. Gravy is going to hold on
Fudge
to
is
this
not
lead, I
quite
think.
close enough. He's only got 1 sector to try and make this move. He wants to take 2nd place.
And Gravy just needs to find 4 tenths now. If he can find a 1.5 seconds, he will win.
Oh, Dante almost losing it going into the chicane. But now coming through the chicane, he keeps his car well under control. And now around the final quarter and to the line. What was once a very, very slow and boring race has now gotten very exciting at the end of the race. Rico claims 2nd place, but with a 3-second time penalty
Gravy.
still to be served. Gravy does not take 2nd place. What happened to Gravy?
Gravy wasn't within 6 seconds.
He-
He was just over 6 seconds,
Oh,
and then
no.
on the last sector he lost 8 tenths.
So Gravy still finishing on the podium. He was so close to getting 2nd place, but unfortunately just misses out. Maverick and Zolt still fighting, but Maverick with a 3-second time penalty for track limits will lose out. And it'll be an Alpha Tauri 4-5 at the end of this race.
That's a great race for AlphaTauri.
Next across the line will be Anatoly, 7th place. Still strong points for Mercedes as a team. Then we got SeaTac and Flynn next across the line. My poor my poor armrest on my chair. I was just squeezing it because I was so.
Good. Flynn has caught up massively to SeaTac at the end.
He has. And Flynn went for a
Reminder,
two-stop strategy, and he's managed to cut
Yeah.
that gap down. So that's incredible driving by the Alfa Romeo driver. And he scores points. Yeah, that just went from interesting to boring to interesting very quickly.
I think Gravy drive the day. I agree.
Without a doubt, yes. That was incredible driving. It was unfortunate he fell just outside of the 6-second window for that podium, for that second place finish. But still, that is an incredible race.
Wow, that was it was very up and down, that race. There was halfway through there was nothing going on. I think the closest gap we had was 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, their brains started wandering, making mistakes, and it brought everyone back into it. And then by the end of it, we had a couple of drivers nearly taking positions. Or taking positions.
Trexie, why are you the GOAT?
Well, he is the GOAT, mate.
GOAT tier 2, for sure. I'm just very confused as to why that... You got a podium, congrats. Gravy got a podium. You both got 3rd place. Alfa Romeo with 3rd place finishes. This is what happens when you're not racing, Webby.
What are you doing, Trexie?
You could have helped your team.
I don't think any of our drivers, because I think there's a penalty coming for T2, which might push our reserve driver from P11 to P10, which means all of our drivers have finished in the last 2 races in the top 10 in points. In every tier.
Interesting.
But don't quote me on that.
No. I'm quoting you on that now.
Okay. Right then. Do we have
now
anyone
my game's
in the
frozen,
rating?
so give me a moment.
Game issue, mate.
Trexie needs you badly. You have to race.
I'll be back.
Alright, Terminator.
I'll be back.
Can I stop having 1 FPS, please? I'd like to be able to tab out and have interviews. 3,
Nope,
96, 1, 100, 1. Oh. So hope you're enjoying Loading Screen Simulator, because that's all I'm getting to watch right now.
Can I drag them in? Or...
No, you can't. I have to. There we go. Who was the race winner? Dante.
Dante. French phenom. It's
Dante,
the French phenom.
Oh my god, that race. You were on fire for that session. How was that for you?
Oh, hello. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Very good race. Not easy at the start, but after that, it went pretty well when Doran came in, and it was pretty boring at one point when Rick Obama he was gone. I don't know, maybe something happened to him, so it was pretty easy. I wasn't pushing at all. And then at the end, I just made some mistake because I had my wife where she was talking to me. So sorry about that. But overall, that was pretty nice.
And that qualifying, it was very close between you and your teammate. But I was expecting you to be up there at the top of the timing sheets. But you got, what was it, 5th and 6th place? I think it was, with your teammate. Any team orders between you and your teammate? Perhaps trying to give each other a tow before the rain came in?
No, not even, because we can't tell because you don't understand English. You only understand that when you're writing. No, actually, I don't know what happened. Seriously, I think I did have the bad setup. I was lucky because after the quali was finished, when we began the race, I couldn't have the possibility to change the setup. It wasn't locked on. So seriously, in the quali, I just doesn't have the pace on the quali. My setup wasn't good enough. I think that's why.
Webby, have you got any questions?
Sorry, I'm finished my food. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. You made a lot of mistakes there. Was that because of just well at the end? Sorry, made a lot of mistakes. Was that just because you got bored? I saw you pretty much pitted again for no reason. Was that because you were just bored? You just wanted to get a bit closer to the action in case? Because at one point it looked very close for you really screwing it up and letting
No,
Rico have it.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, at the end I just pit because I was thinking if I made a mistake, maybe he can catch up. So I really need, fresh tire. So that's why I just pit. And someone was talking to me all of the time. So I think I lost my focus at one point. So that's why I made pretty some mistakes. That was pretty that was a lot of mistake, but it goes pretty well. But seriously, I'm pretty surprised that I could have the pole. That I win the race because before the race start, I wasn't think that I could have even be on the podium because Chaos was fast, Rico was fast in the quali, and there was another one. I don't remember his name. So yeah,
You had
I was
incredible
like fifth
pace
or something.
in the wet. You were by far probably the fastest driver out there in the wet. So
Yeah,
it must have
I
been a
know
very good
why.
website.
Yeah,
A very
because
good setup. Sorry.
yeah, the thing is, people. I think the guy in the quali. I think they didn't see that before the race we have the possibility to change the setup. So I just gone for a wet setup at the end of the race, before the race. So I think I was the only one to do that. So
Did your strategy tell you that it was going to rain at the start or not?
yeah, because in the quali, when I fucked it up, I just look at the river and it was saying cloudy and free ball rain. And
No,
it
in the
just
race, not qualifying in the
no,
in the race.
yeah, in the race. Sorry,
That's
my
right.
English is so bad. Sorry. Yeah, in the quali when I look at the river in the race, it was cloudy and light rain, free ball of light rain. And
Oh,
I
wow.
practiced before, and I knew that he's going to rain pretty soon. And when we start to rain, I think he just ran at lap 2 or 3 or something like that. It was
Yeah,
pretty, yeah.
started on 2.
But the track was dry. So yeah, I think I had a good strategy. But thanks to Chaos because Chaos, I think he DNF. Something happened to him in the first lap, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I think he just gave me the podium. He just gave me the win, and Rico as well because Rico just made a lot of mistakes in the race when he was winning. I was pretty surprised because Rico is someone who when he races he's making he's not making any mistake at all. So thanks to Rico too because he's the champ. So thank you. Thank you guys. Oh, Baron. Baron is my favorite track, seriously. It's like Baku.
You weirdo.
No, I'm not going to lie. Baku and Baron are my favorite track. In Spain, I'm not good at Spain. That's why maybe my quality was bad. I'm not good at Spain, but Baron, come on, Rico, that's going to be amazing. I think Rico is going to be surprised because I'm pretty good at Baron, seriously.
Well, it's a
So
sprint
that's
weekend, so
going
you
to be
got
awesome.
34 points on the line for you to grab.
Yeah, I hope I'm going to have them, and I hope my teammate is going to be there because you need those points for Mercedes. So yeah, I hope so.
I'm going to take
Awesome.
them away from you.
Thank you guys, and
Thank you.
also I'm coming to Tatari because sometime I always got in the background to come on to Tatari. Awesome guys. I know there wasn't a lot of water in the front, but nice one. Keep going on.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Now let's get. Unfortunately, Rico is unable to join for the interview, which is fair enough, but still congratulated him on the stellar drive for a P2. Very by the skin of his teeth, just like Dante, managing to secure that P2. But we do have Maverick, who finished in P6 after a 3-second time penalty for track limits, and his engineer in the waiting room. So let's get them in here.
Points for Ein.
Maverick and Cthulhu, I may have stolen you mid-conversation,
Here he is.
but
You
how
did.
was that race for you? You went from 8th place in qualifying with initially what was a pretty good lap. You went for a 19.0, and then with seconds later, Cos just smashes out of the park. And then you
Yeah.
finished the race in 6th place. How was that for you?
Yeah, I was hoping that the rain would come down straight after my pole lap, but yeah, unfortunately it took a little bit longer to come. But no, qualifying I wasn't really expecting to be much further ahead. I know that qualifying is my weak point, so I kind of expected to be there. Then the early rain, my goodness, I really thought we'd thrown it away by starting on the hards. I was kind of half expecting the whole grid to just run away from us. But we kept it in there. We kept our nose clean, hung on to the back of the grid, and then boxed at the right time. There was some drivers in front of us boxed too early. We caught them. Some drivers as well around us that boxed too late. We were just in the perfect position. The DRS just said disabled, kind of while we were in front of the pit road. So we just immediately came in then, and it was bang on the crossover period. And then just the pace on the intermediates, felt very solid. We were very, very consistent the whole race. And then, we just decided to try the one stop.
No, I just want to say really, really good end of the race, keeping, I think it was Fudge behind, I believe. Was it Fudge
It
behind?
was salty.
Salty.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, really good race at the end, keeping him behind because
Yeah,
he had a lot fresher tires than you did.
yeah. And it nearly ended very badly. I was suffering from a lot of screen freezes during the race. I know,
and
skill
that,
issue. And there was one point where actually we were inside of each other, which wasn't great. But thankfully we both had the respect to kind of separate the cars and then get back to racing. Credit to MZ, absolutely wonderful person to battle, I hope to be battling on him all season long.
Well,
Nice
that was. When you see the replay, you'll see what we mean. But that race went from exciting with the different compounds that everyone was running to very boring. Because obviously the rain came in extremely early for you guys.
It did,
Like,
it really did.
When we saw the tire compounds, we saw the hards and we saw the mediums. We assumed, okay, so it's going to come in towards the end of the race. No, it came in with one lap, and it was already starting to rain.
Yeah,
So, like,
it even on the formation lap, Mark was telling us that the rain was coming down, and we could see spots of rain on the screen. So even on the formation lap, it came down really early. From a strategy point of view, we were expecting about halfway through the race, which is why we thought we'll be safe, go for the hards, and then just run it, right up to the rain. But it came much earlier than expected. Otherwise, we would have just put the softs on. But hey, that's the way things go.
And Cthulhu, how is that from an engineer's perspective? You must have been able to put your feet up for basically the entire race, almost.
I mean like Mav said, the strategy call, like we definitely thought the rain was gonna come probably about midway, and so I was like, yeah, the hards were the tire to call. And then even before the in-game engineer came on and said it was raining, I saw the spots. I was like, this is not good. So the start of the race was a little bit panicky, at least in my mind, trying to be like, when do we have to take advantage of this? And like he said, it was like the start of Sector 3. We got the message DRS disabled, and so I was like, nope, just come in now. And then it was just monitor the people around, see who we're gonna have to fight at the end, if anybody, and it ended up being MZ, and unfortunately, just barely crossed the line, got that 3-second time penalty, which demoted us to 6th. But aside from that, it was, I mean, a pretty straightforward event.
And no, Cthulhu definitely earned his wage this time. There was a lot of questions going towards Cthulhu, so thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. Big help through the race.
Wow, that was. I was quite speechless for that race, honestly. It went up and down. I couldn't work out what was going to happen. But we've got
Definitely.
a sprint weekend next weekend, and at Bahrain, which I would consider probably one of my favorite tracks, but unfortunately I'm not here. But for you guys should be here. What do you think about that track?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Bahrain's not really one of my strong points, but race pace definitely is. So I'm really hoping that because it's a sprint weekend, McLaren can do well. We need to just keep chipping away at those points. We need to score points where we can. So this is a good result today, and hopefully we can build on that and do well in Bahrain as well.
Awesome. Webby, have you got any more questions? Or are you still? I think he's still eating his food.
Sorry.
Still
I was
eating
on
his
mute.
food.
No, just really good race. Really good consistency. Got the points you wanted.
Yep.
Didn't try to commentate you curse too much. So
Excellent.
there you go.
You
Brilliant.
bribed us
Thanks very
enough
much.
not to commentate curse you.
Yes.
I will definitely say I did not tell him about any of the stuff that y'all were saying, other than
Yeah.
like, hey, they're talking about the battle.
Oh, Nadim has a question. Nadim, what's your question? Is it for
God.
Maverick?
Oh,
Apparently
God,
he's
here we
saying
go.
Maverick is trying, no one is terrified. Maverick is trying, nah.
Yep.
McLaren in the mud. Mav L
no.
driver washed.
Wow. Okay. Well, we did okay today. I think so.
Will McLaren sign
know.
more talented drivers for next season?
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's interesting.
That sounds like a fine coming towards Aston Martin.
Yeah. I think I have to agree there. Yep.
I swear he couldn't even get a seat on his own team.
Yeah, he retired.
That's a very good point.
He gave up on the game.
Exactly. At least I was able to, employ myself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for the race, and thank you for joining us in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, guys.
I would say I look forward to seeing what you have in store for us at Bahrain, but I'll have to see the results afterwards.
Yes, indeed.
So I will speak to you guys later, and thank you for joining once again. And
Cheers, guys.
Webby, you have been a legend. Thank you for joining me in the com box.
Scoffing my face halfway through, but it's all
Scoffing
good.
your face halfway through, indeed.
No, it's been really fun. I like
Yeah,
commentating.
It is a lot of fun to do it with you because we talk over each other, but we're constantly catching the action, and it helps because there's far too much going on.
As well, especially in this race, it was sometimes hectic, and then sometimes there was nothing going on. So, no, thank you for having me. Always welcome if I'm not driving.
All right, I'll come over with scissors and cut your pedals more often.
Please don't. I just bought the new.
Well, that'll
the
be
budget.
it for the stream. Thank you everyone for joining for Tier 1. Maverick should be streaming Tier 3 and Tier 2 with a couple people, so you guys will still have a stream next week for Bahrain, but unfortunately, I am away on holiday, so I will not be here to stream Tier 1, so I hope you enjoy the race, those of you who are attending and those who aren't. Please accept my apology. I will see you guys for Canada. I will be here for Canada. I don't care how tired I will be. I will drink every, ounce of coffee I find around the house if I have to stay awake. So, thank you everyone for joining, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.